Hi, welcome back to my series of things my daughter asked me. So today I pulled out of the jar a question and let's read it. It says, do you think that high school, college, middle school, or elementary school was the hardest and why? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's think about it. I definitely think college was the hardest. And I don't actually think the classes were the hardest or anything. Personally, for me, college was probably the hardest because I had to financially support myself. And so I was working part time while going to school. And also, I did the non traditional route. So, because I was very conscious about the cost of college because I knew I was going to pay for it on my own, I had this elaborate plan. When I moved from Hawaii, I was going to attend community college for 2 years so I could build my resident status of California. So I claimed myself on my taxes, so meaning I was independent at 18 and I worked and I got student aid for community college and loans as well. But once I transferred to UC Berkeley, it was difficult because I was financially supporting myself, and California actually denied me. Well, the UC system denied me residency status. And so that threw me a big curveball because I was not ready to pay out of state tuition. So yeah, I just had to figure that out. So I ended up having to get a personal loan to go through school. And because it wasn't through the government, imagine I had to pay interest on this every month. Like it wasn't deferred until after graduation. Typically, I think if you got it through the government, like it was a student loan, like through the government, your interest was deferred until after school, but mine was compounding as I attended school. So it's really super mentally heavy for me. But I just figured this is my only option, right? I didn't have any cushion. So it was just something I had to do. But I was fortunate because I was hired as an assistant for a lawyer. And so she paid me pretty well back in the day. And I worked, I think I minimum at least like 20 hours a week, even more. And so it was hard in the sense of I couldn't really enjoy my college time at Berkeley because I was always working if I wasn't at class. And it's really hard as a transfer student to build connections and friendships when you already come in and all these people are already friends. They have their groups, they have their things going on. So it's hard to break. But then on top of that, I had the lack of free time because I was always working when I wasn't in class. So I think for me, college was the hardest just because I think financially speaking, I was a little bit stressed in the sense of I felt like I always had to be working in order to just be in college versus other college students who are fortunate to have their finances in place, meaning whether it's like their parents are paying for school or even if they had a regular student loan. I didn't really fully get to just be free and play and enjoy. So I think that's why I felt very uncertain about my future. I attended the business school, which was my dream school. I wasn't really decided about what I was going to do after school. And I think that was super stressful because I was constantly in this state of, okay, I need to make money. I need to be stable and support myself financially. So, what would give me that option? And I think that really affected how I made choices Yeah, I would say for me, college was the hardest one in terms of just because I had to, one, survive college, study, get good grades, and get a good job. But two, I was supporting myself financially. So that was another thing that was on my mind. But all in all, what I would say to those who are currently in that situation, like looking back, I wish I knew it would all work out because then maybe I would have stressed less or I would have worried less and I would have just enjoyed my college experience. And I think I was just so busy worrying about the future that I couldn't really enjoy the college experience, which is so weird and funny because why am I paying all this money and stressing about money to go to college if I'm not even experiencing it or enjoying it or really fully living in it, right? So, my advice for those of you who are in a similar struggle trying to finance your college and trying to figure things out is just one day at a time. What is the next choice that you have to make? What is the next best decision? What is the next best thing that you can do to move yourself closer to where you need to go? But yeah, I think just take it in little chunks versus how I was doing really big picture and probably stopping myself in my tracks because I felt very overwhelmed. But at the same time, I think, there's a grit in you. If you're paying your way through college, there's that survival instinct. And just know that, you're making it through this experience right now. So you definitely have what it takes to get you through the next 5 years or the next 10 or whatever it is. So I think, yeah, just try to not stress so much about the future and worry about what's next and just take it day by day and step by step. And yeah. All right. I'll talk to you guys next time. All right. Bye.